is. There are plenty of things in this world that I don't like, but if you don't learn to take it as it is, your life will be much harder. Spare me your philosophical preaching. I have no objections to the water being white and the sky being blue, but separate shards, that's somehow wrong. It's these be part of something greater. Ah, I got you, boss. You're trying to justify your petty passion for conquering shards and putting them together in one bundle, proudly called the world. Don't bother, things aren't that complicated. It's just plain greed and lust for power. Understandable feelings are inherent to most sentient beings, so there's no need to be ashamed and invent lofty excuses. Can you give me a proper answer to a question for once? I bet you know that shards are somehow unnatural. I always give proper answers to your questions, boss. It's just that you don't always take my answers properly. Would you like to listen to some nonsense about the one world and the creator, like those priest stuff the believers' heads with? Sure, I know a bunch of tales like that. Each race has several versions, and every single one is so ridiculous it's impossible to forget. Like a good joke. Well, I'll be delighted to listen to some of these jokes, Zarr. As you wish, boss. For instance, here's one of the legends that pick break mine dwarves and other lesser dwarven clans believe. It was in yonder day, whence mountains young bestowed their countless wealth upon to their sons, and the beasts of the forest and plain dare not to stick a snout into the sacred chambers. At the dwarven clan, I dare not defile my tale with its foul name, for it became a worse curse thereupon, disdained the great blacksmith's gifts and purpose, and left to the underground chamber, leaving the bright reaches of earth for branches and cones of the forest. Angered at the sacrilege was foul, the great blacksmith the hammer took. The one he used to forge the world, he struck the creation of his asunder, scattering it into shards innumerable, and the clan that had betrayed the great blacksmith's cause was cursed with a terrible curse. They fell off their beards, lengthened their bones, many deformity took them, elves they are now called. Funny story. Can you tell me anything else? Of course, boss. Whatever you wish. There's a story orc shamans like to tell in order to gain respect in the eyes of their fellow tribesmen. There was Urgu. Urgu was strong. Urgu beat anyone he wanted. No one beat Urgu. But Grok came and fought Urgu. Urgu saw he couldn't beat Grok. Then Urgu struck his drum, and the world shattered, and Urgu himself shattered. Parts of Urgu floated in the sky, looking for orcs to dwell in them. When a part of Urgu dwells in an orc, power he gains. Only the one who is part of Urgu can become a shaman. Do you know any stories that aren't quite so dumb? Every story is dumb for the one not smart enough to see its hidden meaning. Why are you looking at me like that, boss? I wasn't talking about you. Would you like to hear a tale of the more advanced mortals? I can tell you an elven legend, though the elves can also have a couple screw loose. They're all about romance and whiny sighs. There's also a theory that goblins have. It's all logical and down to earth. Which would you like to hear? The elven legend. Elves, you say. Well, boss, you asked for it. It's a song, really, as all elven legends are. But by your permission, I'll refrain from singing and skip the excess verbiage proposed to delight the ears of the listener. Well, well. So the winter of cruel snows had come, when the trees were crumbling under the heavy white shroud which had fallen from the skies, and beasts and birds died under the icy breath of the cruel winds. That was the last of the signs predicted by the Multerial the seer. When the cold claws of winter had killed all of the living in the mournful frozen woods, the hour struck. Time itself was her enemy. The earth shuddered with pain, for forces of the inevitable were ripping it apart. The sun died, the night came, and the creatures from the non-existence began their bloody feast on the shards of the once solid firmament. The song really doesn't tell us why the world shattered, but we can pretty sure it happened in winter. I wish you'd sung it, Zarr. That would have been fun to hear. More questions? Damn it, I wanted to hear the other one. Do you know why I began to create the world? Was it driven solely by a thirst for power? Never shared your thoughts with me, but I never shared your thoughts on the subject with me, boss. But I guess you were driven by something other than a desire to rule mortals. I'd say it was a self-preservation instinct. Really? And how can the world preserve me? Simple, boss. The world is the focus of order. The demons ever eager to drag a being into chaos won't be able to harm you as long as you're connected to your world. Your world is an anchor that holds you to Eador. Interesting. So the demons have thrown all the higher beings that didn't have their own worlds into chaos. Well, not all, but many. Some manage to hide, but demons are watching every master very closely, trust me. Whenever one of you loses his world, he's guaranteed a free trip into chaos. A lovely perspective. More questions? You're free. Okay, can't ask him about the goblin story. Okay, can't ask him, man. Okay, I can get a haunted cemetery, which allows us to get the Walking Dead guard, but also reduces the population mood in immense by 1. We can get the Crystal Power, which gives us easy quests. We can get the Warriors Guild, and the Abbey, which allows us to get the Brethren of White guard. You know what I really, really want? These guys. The Guardsmen Barracks. Think of them as like tier 2 swordsmen. Effectively. You know, like they're one of our first tier 2 units, and they're what I'll be using instead of swordsmen. And it's fantastic. Though, as you can tell, they are rather expensive, and they're 470, presuming I have all 4 of those. Presuming. So, let's go here. So there's a merchant court, a market, a craft shop, and an infirmary. All pretty good. If I spend 20, I can get cheaper iron, which would be a good idea. I'm going to stave off getting that. Because it's an extra 80 and I just don't feel I can justify it. Attack. Okay, we're in a swamp. Here's hoping I can get a breeding grounds thing. And it's a land in a dead swamp. Crayfish sloughs. Sloughs? Let us hire a commander. Explore. Ruletus. Let us grab a forge. Continue exploring. Let's grab a swordsman school. Crypt, continue exploring. Okay, let's hire these guys. Wish there was some iron nearby. Don't think there's even a hilly territory. There isn't. So I'm going to want to find one soon. That tree is unnerving and a bit weirdly placed given my castle. Okay, get the tavern. Let's attack here. Victory sure to be ours. Attack. And quick combat. No limits. Oh, for fuck's sake. Resurrect him. You idiot! Other idiot. Babysit him for a bit. I should have put down a building. With my frustration with him, I forgot. Move, 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 move. And you will be doing nothing, you jackass. Attack. Attack. Scout him down. Now on to the zombies. That one guy up top is getting a bit battered. Excellent. Oh, brilliant, he's even dead. I was just thinking, if he wasn't dead, then I could finish him off with this guy, move him down here. Damn it, I lost the guy. Fub. 10 coins. Get defensive tactics. Health. Pull back to base. Grab. Granary. Grab this. Ooh. Beautiful. Halfling Village. And Brigade Outlaws. Oh, Super Barbarian Tribes. Probably a good idea to deal with these first. Okay, never mind. We'll deal with them in a bit. Attack. Need to get magics now. Just to make sure this guy is actually somewhat relevant in any little fight. Because he's contributing nothing at the time being. Used to do a team load. Okay, attack. I'm probably gonna lose him now. Yep. Still, at least I have 4 guys. Okay. Attack. 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 Beautiful. And hopefully this guy can kill this guy. Yep. 28 coins. Grab command leadership. I was going to say commander's horn. Parry. Health. Grab library. Turn. Can't get to school of wizardry. The question is it also school of witchcraft? Attack. They're still even? Okay. Let's get you 3 magic sparks. Move. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna have to send my commander out to confront the shaman. Because the shaman isn't a nice lady. Damn it. Brilliant. He's making some extra coins now. Enemy's doomed. Attack. I know I could form a an alliance with the halflings, but I'm really not sure if they've actually even worthwhile to offer me. Like, oh no, a potentially better sling unit. Oh, fabulous day, you know? Kulu Kule. You know, a better sling unit that can attack in melee and not get counterattacked, but it's still vastly worse than, you know, a rogue, just without being evil. Maybe evil in their terribleness. Yes, maybe not. Christ. Yeah, dwarves don't fuck around when they're on a hill. You know what I really want to play right now? Dungeon Siege. Ah, yeah. Bleeding dwarf. This dwarf is being a badass. For the 4 coins, get defensive tactics, hit points, counterattack. Okay, making a bit of money, but okay. Help the victims, excellent. Our troops. Shot the pool. Yeah, no. Treasure. A light leather. A leather hat, which is light armor. 190 coins and 13 crystals. While exploring the province of Palnai, the hero Roltus has found a quiet pool. Silence and peace reign in this forsaken corner of the swamps. Lighting the croaks of frogs is heard, and surprisingly, there are no mosquitoes. What are your orders? Set up camp here for the night. The night passes quietly, and the hero manages to get some good rest in this calm, secluded place. Suddenly getting like 50 gold a turn? Huh. Hire troops. Let's grab some of ye. And we'll strike out at the goblins. He's doomed, and we'll just quick fight this. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Move up 1 and attack. Move up 1. Move over here. Forward 1.